All right, let's talk about that driver slice. If you're just sick and tired of watching your ball sail weakly off to the right, costing you yards and, let's be honest, a lot of confidence, then you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to break down the simple 3-step fix to kill that slice for good. Okay, let's get into it.
I mean, you know the feeling, right? You step up on the tee box, you feel good, you take a big, powerful swing, and then you look up, and there it is, that big banana ball curving into the trees, or even worse, the next fairway over. It has got to be one of the most maddening shots in all of golf. So what's really going on here? Well, it's kind of a double whammy. It's two things happening at once. First, your club is coming down on the ball from the outside in, what golfers call coming over the top. And second, as if that's not bad enough, your club face is wide open when it hits the ball. That combination is what puts that nasty, weak spin on the ball and just robs you of all your power.
Now, I know that sounds like a lot of technical stuff, but here's the really good news. You do not need to tear down your swing and start over. The fix is actually way simpler than you probably think. In fact, we're going to get you straightened out with just a few small adjustments that you can literally take to the range today. We're going to attack this thing with a super clear 3-step formula. We're going to look at your grip, then your setup, and finally, one key feeling to have in your downswing. That's it. Just 3 steps to hitting longer, straighter drives. So let's jump into the first one.
First things first, your grip. You know, so much of the time, the real reason for a slice starts right here, in your hands, before you even take the club back. See, most people who slice have what we call a weak grip, and that makes it almost impossible to get the club face back to square at impact.
So here's the fix. It's super simple. For a right-handed player, just take your left hand and turn it a little more to the right on the club. And here's your checkpoint. Look down at your hand. You should now be able to easily see 2, maybe even 3 knuckles on that left hand. That's it. That's a much stronger, much more powerful position. So why does this one little change work so well? Well, by strengthening your grip, you're basically presetting your hands and wrists to release the club correctly. It just naturally encourages the club face to rotate and square up as it comes into the ball, so you don't even have to think about it during the swing. Okay, on to fix number 2. Now that our hands are in a great spot, let's tweak our setup just a bit. Your position before you swing can either set you up for failure, pretty much guaranteeing that over-the-top slice move, or it can promote the powerful, from-the-inside swing that we're looking for. And we're just going to make 2 tiny little changes here. First, take your trail foot, that's your right foot for a righty, and just drop it back maybe half an inch at most. Then, tilt your spine just a little bit away from the target. You should feel a little more of your weight on that back foot. And the whole point of this is to make it easier to swing from the inside. See, by closing your stance and tilting your spine, you've created all this room for your arms to drop and attack the ball from the inside out. It actually makes that old over-the-top move feel awkward and wrong, and it promotes the correct path for a powerful draw. All right, grip is solid, setup is perfect. Now for the final piece of the puzzle. This is the move, the secret sauce that brings it all together and gets that club dropping into the perfect position on the downswing. Okay, so here's the biggest mistake slicers make. They start the downswing by immediately spinning their shoulders and their chest open toward the target, and that one move is what throws the club outside and over the top. The right way? You gotta feel like you're starting down with your lower body while your upper body stays closed to the target. This right here, this is the only swing thought you need. As you start down from the top, just feel like your back literally stays facing the target for just a split second longer. Don't be in such a hurry to unwind and face the target. Trust me, this feeling is everything. When you can create that feeling, keeping your back to the target a little longer, something amazing happens. It gives your arms time to just fall down into position. They drop into the slot. That's that perfect spot where the club is approaching the ball from the inside, totally ready to deliver a powerful flush strike. So there you have it. It really is that straightforward. Let's do a quick recap of everything you need to remember. Think of this as your new checklist for the driving range. Okay, it's just 3 things. Number 1, your grip. Strengthen it until you can see 2 or 3 knuckles. Number 2, your setup. Drop that back foot a little and add some spine tilt. And number 3, your downswing thought. Feel like you keep your back to the target a moment longer. That's the formula. The grip gets the club face square, the setup gets your path coming from the inside, and that downswing feel gets the club right in the slot. You put those 3 simple steps together, and you're going to turn that weak slice into a powerful drive, right down the middle of the fairway. If this helped you finally cure your slice, make sure to subscribe to the Golf Locality channel so you don't miss our next swing fix.